It's hay season in Michigan. Farmers across the state are taking advantage of the summer weather to put up their crop of hay to get their livestock through the harsh Michigan winters. Have you ever heard the phrase, "make hay while the sun shines"? In order to get hay to properly dry, we need nice, warm, breezy days where the cut grass has time to dry out. Any rain that falls on the hay after it has been cut can negatively affect its quality and thus decrease its ability to provide healthy feed for livestock. Hay is a combination of grass, clover, and alfalfa that has been cut, dried, baled, and stored. Most livestock animals spend their spring and summer grazing on grassy pastures. In areas where the winter climate doesn't allow pasture to grow, feeding hay to livestock is a great way to provide nutritious feed year-round. Hay season begins when the grass reaches mature height, or the alfalfa begin to flower. This is when the nutrient value of the plant is at its peak. The first step in making hay is to cut it with a special mower. This mower cuts wide swaths of grass, puts it through a set of crimpers to crimp the stems, and spits it out the back into a wide row called a windrow. The windrows lay in the sun for a few days to dry. The sun will evaporate the moisture in the plant's stems and leaves. After a day or two, the windrows are raked to flip them over, giving the other side of the windrow a chance to dry. Why does hay need to be dry before being baled? If the hay is too wet, it will cause the hay to mold and spoil. Even worse, hay that is baled and stored too wet will heat up as it begins to rot and has the potential to self-combust and start a fire. When the hay is properly dried, a baler is used to pick up the windrows and press them into bales. The bales are tied with twine and kicked into a wagon for transport. The hay is stored in a hayloft for the winter, where it is kept safe from wind, rain, and sun, all things that can spoil the hard work that went into creating nutritious feed for the farm livestock. Another method for storing hay is to create large, round bales. These bales can be fed to larger groups of animals where small bales may be impractical to feed. After a field has been harvested once, it continues to grow. In about 30 days, another cutting will take place. Second cutting hay usually yields less grass but has more nutrients due to the increased quantity of alfalfa in the bales. In some places, it's possible to get 3 or even 4 cuttings of hay per season. Hay season is a busy time on any farm. But when the barn is full of bales, it's a great feeling to know that the animals will have plenty of delicious food to eat all winter long.